Hello, it's been a while. We had holidays and things in the way. So, today's broadcast is going to be about the Orlando shooting and nothing but the Orlando shooting, but there's so much to say about it. First, let's cover the political side of it. No. First, let's cover the simple facts of the case. An apparently straightened out Islamic homosexual decided to go back to his favorite gay bar. He has an AR-15 that he's trimmed down to make from semi-automatic to fully automatic. And he goes to town and kills 50 and injures 40-something others. And also pledges allegiance to ISIS, also known as Daesh or ISIL. Call it. It is a worldwide organization dedicated to world conquest and bringing about the return of the caliphate. Nobody ever missed, but apparently some people do, especially the people who want to be caliphs. So I believe that he not only was a lone wolf assailant deciding to go nuts for ISIS. We'll call it ISIS for just to make it simple. I believe that he was directed by ISIS because this latest killing spree shows a bit of political savvy. Crazy people aren't politically savvy, but there are politicians and political manipulators, such as terrorists, who have a stable full of nutcases that they unleash on specific targets for political purposes. And this, I don't think that ISIS is alone. I think that every government has them. I could discuss it at length, but this broadcast is really not going to last long enough for me to get into it. Aiming at, for a change, not Jews. Instead, they're aiming at homosexuals, which right-wing people and religious people tend to dislike. The results, as Jesus said, by their fruits shall you know them. The results are that you had people praising the murder of homosexuals because they're all evil and will go to hell, supposedly. I don't buy it, though, because I see this as a killing by ISIS for political purposes. What are they doing? They're trying to find somebody, a lot of people who don't like them, don't mind this particular group being killed, even if it is by ISIS. Why? Well, that's the way people trying for world domination work. They want a blank check to kill anybody they want in their own image. And so they go after people with the least possible sympathy. Vietnamese refugees, homosexuals, Jews. Was a lovely poem I heard when I was 7 years old called The Hangman. It had a very dark and eerie series of drawings that followed with it. You can find it still on YouTube. It was about a hangman coming and only hanging people that nobody will miss until eventually only one man is left. One man who sat silently and allowed it all to happen. And this is what they're doing. It's classic. It's what the Nazis did. It's what the Ku Klux Klan does. And I'm telling you, do not fall for it. You might not like homosexuals. You might not like Jews. You might not like communists. But once they go finish with them, us, in the case of the Jews, I'd have to say, being Jewish, they're going to come after you. And there won't be anybody to stop them because you already made sure that that there's no one for you to join forces with. So do not buy any of this. Now to the politics of the election and what they have to say about this. Hillary has said that closing the border and building a wall with Mexico would not have stopped the Orlando shooting. And she's right, it wouldn't have. This was an American-born nutcase who got his gun in America and trimmed it down to full automatic in America and set off all sorts of alarms that the law enforcement people decided to ignore in America. So Hillary is right in this particular case, which is all the more reason to build a wall and to temporarily halt all the immigration from Islamic and terrorist related countries, because this lone wolf gunman, as she calls him, caused that much damage working alone. 50 people killed, almost another 50 injured, some badly, some hovering at death's door, some with just a light wound. But these were 50. These were almost 100 of your fellow human beings. Even though they do like to do strange things with each other, that does not make them less human. And that was just one gunman. Let's say you leave the border open, you don't build the wall, all you do is make some more gun control restrictions. People will come through that border who have spoken to Hillary. And no, you can't build a wall around the internet, as she said. Will have spoken to the next nutcase and will come with smuggled in arms. Such things can be done. It's always possible to gain something illegal if you really want it. Look at the drug trade. They've been having laws against drugs, campaigns against drugs for over a century, and there's still drugs all over the place. Guns are no different, only they're much more deadly and in the wrong hands. And the wrong hands will be crossing that border to help out the next nutcase, to shoot up the next club that they don't like. And instead of killing 50 people, they'll kill 500. People always saying, Paris, what? That little incident? They could be killing off whole cities because Hillary is so short-sighted and stupid that she actually believes that nothing else will happen, just a bunch of lone wolf attacks, and she is so wrong, it is scary. This woman is unfit to be president. Donald Trump is right now probably the last possible hope of turning this whole situation around, because it is spinning way, way, way out of control, and the key to it is immigration. And it's hard enough to deal with lone wolf gunmen without leaving the border open so the lone wolf can join up with a whole pack. And instead of killing tens, killing hundreds and thousands in one day. News no longer happens on TV. It's going to be happening right in front of you. And it's going to be happening down the street from you. It's going to involve your family members. unless something is done right now to put a cork, to somebody puts a finger in the dike to stop the deluge that will inevitably follow from believing that things will not get worse if you just leave them alone. Which is, again, another reason why I endorse Donald Trump, solely on the issue of immigration in the United States. I no longer live in the United States. My Tevye sense tingled almost 8 years ago, and I knew that it was time to get out before while I still could. But I hope that it's possible now, after more reflection, to turn it around. So I can just urge all of you in the United States to vote for Donald Trump, and all of us living here overseas to register to vote with an absentee ballot and cast a vote for Donald Trump, because he is the Obi-Wan, our only hope. He's not a great hope. He's not a wonderful person. He's not some tower. He's no larger than life Teddy Roosevelt type. I mean, he'd like to be, but I don't think he is. But what he is the Obi-Wan. We don't have anybody else. Hillary Clinton will doom America. Bernie Sanders will doom America. Anybody else who is going to leave the borders open will doom America. There is a chance that America might survive, but to do that, we have to first, at least initially, have Donald Trump stick his finger in the dike to stop the deluge of hostile terrorist immigrants that are mixed in among the legitimate immigrants who just want to be a part of America. We have to make it safe for them to do that by keeping America alive and keeping the terrorists out. Thank you and good night. Now here is my son Natan with the weather. Weather.
All right, now is the weather. Tel Aviv, 82 Fahrenheit. Tel Aviv, 83 Fahrenheit. 83 Fahrenheit and centigrade altogether. Close to June 7th, 27 centigrade and 81 Fahrenheit. Haifa. Yeah. Haifa. Tomorrow, 25 centigrade and 79 Fahrenheit. And then, tomorrow, winds. No, tomorrow in Tel Aviv, the wind is 3 mph, 5 m up, and that's what it's turning. 5 mph straight, 6 this way, then it's gonna be this way. It's all sorts of this way. Here's the wind for tomorrow. You also in Tel Aviv. Now, well, that is it. Alright, so see you in our next broadcast. Good